bruh, the 86 game was ridiculous. Like it was 20. It was 2 in the third. And when I texted you, I was like, yeah, I think I'm out of this for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I didn't make it out immediately when I texted you, but I came back and it was like 96-77. I was like, oh, okay. I see they took care of this.
Yeah.
I see they took care of what needed to be taken care of.
The Heat have a pattern. They come out really hard in the first quarter and they go all out.
Yeah.
It starts to fade towards the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, there's like a dramatical dip. And then towards the end of the second quarter, right before the end of the half, they'll make a little run and then they'll carry that momentum and come out hot in the third. And then that's where the game gets determined against the Heat. It's like mid to late third quarter. Because you can either stay in there or really lose it against them. Bro, how much do you hate a team that starts the game off in a press, bro? In a full court press?
Everything about them is such a try-hard meme. And it's like, I didn't even hate the Heat. I've never been a Heat hater. But these Jimmy Butler years, it's like, okay, guys. Oh, okay, guy. All right, guy. Y'all, you want to be the we work hard, no one else works this hard team. You also want to be the we don't get attention team. You can't be both. You can either not get attention to work hard, or you can be the attention team. You can't. There's no middle. You have to be one or the other. And they want to be both so bad. And they want to be, big Billy tough guy. I try to say the clean version. My dad might listen. Be big Billy tough guy all the time, and you bullied a barely 6 foot point guard. Whoop-de-doo. You bullied a 6 foot point guard. I'm over it. Can you be a tough team if you flop? If like one of your hearts, your team is a flopper, like doesn't that go against toughness?
Yeah,
right.
It does.
Like because Kyle Lowry is an aggressive flopper. That man is an egregious aggressive flopper. And I be forgetting it sometimes because Kyle Lowry's cold when he's not flopping. But then the flop antics come and it's like, yo, I don't like him. I be forgetting. Bro,
that double tech that he drew against DeAndre Hunter was one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in my life. It made me sick. I wanted to turn the game off right there.
It made me wish for the
series.
I mean, it doesn't take much for me, but it made me wish for the days of violence in basketball being allowed.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it doesn't take much. I'm like, yo, if you keep grabbing my arm, I should be allowed to punch you in the face.
Yes. Yeah. DeAndre Hunter literally did nothing, bro. Nothing. And he got a tech.
Oh, nothing.
Like, he got...
Yo, if you continually grab me, I deserve to punch you in the face. That should be the rule.
I mean, he was trying to hold hands.
He ran up the court and
down the court.
Yes. Yeah. Like, he should have been allowed. Violence should have been allowed.
Exactly. Exactly.
Shout out to Braxton Michael for this Miami segment. I'm sorry, y'all are just too hateable. You're just too hateable.
Yeah, I mean, I already hated the Heat before there was like, a Heat culture really established.
Right.
From the division back when the NBA used to go off the whole division. Wasn't it a division within the conference?
Yeah. They still got divisions. It's just,
but
they made so weird, man.
Determine playoff seeding though.
Oh, it did for a little bit. Yeah, it did for a little bit.
Baseball, yeah.
Yeah, it did for a little bit. And they got rid of it. Yeah.
So that's when I started hating the Heat. And then I had a friend in high school who's from South Florida, and he was annoying and a Heat fan. And then, I mean, it's just snowballed into this pure vitriol hate.
I understand. I definitely understand it. Nothing makes you hate a team like your friends. It's why I don't cheer for Georgia teams, because it's funnier to laugh at them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've calmed down in my older years. Though. I know that I've calmed down a little bit. I still be laughing, but not as much.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
and it's really only like the Falcons. I don't really do it to the Hawks like that, except when you go on your delusional rants, and I gotta bring you back down to earth.
Look, man, I gotta do me sometimes. Like, okay, I gotta do what makes me happy, Titus. And sometimes
when you did your Clint Capella D-boy. We did your Clint Capella for D-boy conversation. Like, okay, somebody has to bring this back down. This is getting out of hand. Someone has to stop this. Somebody has to stop this.
That was a
Other than that, I'd be chilling. It was, but I'd be chilling. I was chill this year. I didn't wait for the Trae Young though, because when Trae Young did it's hard to get for the regular season thing in like October after accomplishing nothing, I was like, okay, I was over it. I got over it real early with them.
Don't even get me started on the whole Trae Young like quitting thing, because I mean, we're not into the whole like we think some people can be quick to say, "Oh, somebody quit on a team."
Right.
Bro.
That was bad.
Like, Trae was quitting. He quit in the first game. The whole team quit in the first game, like in the third quarter. Like they didn't even come out at halftime trying. And then there were parts where he was quitting in the second game. I mean, it was so early on, bro. Like you just see he checked out, and he was pretty much like, "Oh, if I'm not going to contribute like to any part of this team, like even if you're going to draw that much attention, still figure out a way to like help the team out with that." I don't know.
It's the first time that he realized him being the source of everything might not work. And I think it shell shocked him because he didn't go through that all last playoffs. Like him being the source, the gravity of everything didn't affect them somehow last year.
Yeah.
But this year, it's like they had the perfect storm last year. But this year, he like, yeah, this is just not happening. And I think like I heard Levitar and talking about this, and it kind of bothered me because they were like,
he's not a superstar.
Yeah, you can't be a star. Yeah, your superstars don't get stopped. And I'm like, if the superstar is 6 feet and that slender, it's very possible to stop them. Like that is, he is a stoppable player, bro. He's not like it's why I always feel like Luka has an edge over him because Luka's 6'7". You're not just gonna bully Luka.
All right,
like he's 6 feet, bro.
So I didn't think we were going to go down this rabbit hole, but here we are. We're here, and I'm so glad you brought this up. So number one, like I'm glad you addressed both. What you just said right there, the Levitard thing did frustrate me too, and I have something.
It was so simplistic. It was so simplistic.
Exactly. You know how I've been very back and forth, or I was very staunch for a while. We should have gotten Luka. I don't care like what they say about us getting trades with Hunter and Reddish, whatever.
Right.
But then Trae really picked it up at the end of his rookie year and put himself in the consideration for Rookie of the Year. And really that next year too, when he progressed, came out firing, it was like, oh yeah, Trae Young, you know what? This was an even trade. And I've kind of had that in my head until, you know what, Titus, I remembered on a sad, lonely trip back home after watching the Hawks get their butts beat down by the Heat once again in the series. And it hit me. I was like, oh, here's that feeling again. Here's that feeling of me wishing we had Luka. You know why? There is a difference in that draft selection. We used to think, hey, they're the same players. They say they play the same exact style of basketball. They hit pretty much the same percentage on the court. A lot of assists, blah, 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 blah. But there is a difference, Titus, and the difference is 6 inches of height. And that is so vital in the playoffs. That is the difference maker. And I was reminded of it last year when we got freaking whooped by the Bucks. That's when I was like, oh, you know what? Screw this. I wish we had Luka. And then this reminded me once again, screw that. I wish we had Luka. So Titus, if I ever utter a sentiment of a phrase with a sentiment that I'm okay with the draft pick, shoot me. Because I'm not. That's just me being delusional, Titus. I've gone mad. I'm sticking with it with the original take. We should have kept Luka. Oh, and then also want to throw in the whole superstar thing. So I'm in this Hawks like Facebook group thing, and that really bothered me too. Because Dan said you can't shut down like somebody and call them a superstar. Well, somebody and a lot of people kind of had the same type of message like in the Hawks, these group chats or posts or whatever, and it was half hate, half love for Trae. And somebody was like, y'all need to get off of Trae, like talk about him getting shut down. They posted a graphic of LeBron in the finals, I think when they got whooped by the Spurs, and they posted like his fourth quarter graphics of each of those games. And in each of those games, like he didn't score more than like 4 points in the fourth quarter. And that was
probably the Maverick series, actually.
Dude, it may have been.
It was
either Mavs or Spurs. Yeah,
it was. Because I remember that Mavs series 2011. He was.
Exactly. Yeah, and people were like, "Oh, that's not like the same thing. That's like, I don't know. I think that's kind of a good example of that's a superstar.
We see star play, bro. We just watched KD and Kyrie kind of get shut down.
Exactly. Oh, dude,
you can't tell me KD's not a superstar.
And then we can't even, bro. The best argument is look at John Morant, bro. Let's ask Raymond Usher Morant how he thinks Ja did. He played like trash. He got shut down either by his own mistakes or by
30 last night, right?
Do what?
He had 30 last night, right?
No, I'm not talking about this
37.
series. I'm talking
Oh, he's playing in the Timberwolves series?
Yeah.
He was not good in that series.
Exactly.
He was not good in that series at all.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah.
So
yeah, no, it's a real simplicity. Like the real point is how far can you? It's only so far you can go with your point guard being 6 feet if you don't have another legit scorer on that team. Somebody else create a bucket on that team. Like the whole world can't go through Trae Young, and that's okay. What Trae Young needs to do now is get some off ball skills. Like it's time for you to learn how to move off without the ball. You know,
that's another thing.
Somewhere else.
That's another thing you brought up. I wanted to address too. That was worked on in this. This is kind of leads me to a discussion of Nate McMillan because Titus, dang it, I'm questioning it now, man. I tried to say, I tried to warn you, bro. I think about you every time I think about it, man. Because I want to give Nate McMillan the credit that we worked on that during the offseason. There were, during the regular season, there were many regular season games I watched where somebody else was controlling the ball and they were practicing, Trae playing off ball. And a lot of times it was successful. And some games we actually had to do it against some of these teams. And I think just the level that, the Heat were playing at, it's kind of hard to prep for that. I don't know. I mean, I will give credit.
They were just it's a different level. It was a different level, yeah.
Exactly. And the tryhards, like we've already
right. And realistically, like it is. Ahead. My bad. And realistically, like the Hawks made the conference finals last year, but they played the Knicks, who it's the Knicks, right? Like they were there, but they weren't there. Then they played the whatever the 76ers thing that was last year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't really faced somebody who just really wanted it for no reason. Just really wants it.
Exactly.
except for Milwaukee.
And we were still able to put up like big points. I mean, even though the 76ers offense was broken, their defense was still a really good team.
Yeah, the defense was a problem. Yeah. Right.
I think we did try to play Trae off the ball, but I think that's where it really comes down. If you're going to play him off the ball, I mean, you got to scheme well around that.
Right.
That's where the difference maker is here. With me questioning, should Nate McMillan still be head coaching this team? Because now I want a more offensive-minded guy who is able to scheme up these plays for Trae off the ball. And then two, the defense sucked again this year. And Nate, that's supposed to be, that's his key.
He's his specialty, yeah,
that's his specialty. So, with no improvement on the defense, and I do not want to rely on Nate McMillan, scheming up offense for.
yeah, you don't need that.
Yeah, but the guy who
you need an offensive coordinator, type person.
Yeah. But the guy who could step in, and be that second leading scorer is DeAndre Hunter, but DeAndre Hunter just he's got to progress more. I mean, he dropped 35 points in that last game, and he had a really good series. He had a really good playoff. But that's going to take time with Hunter.
Right. Hunter's one of those weird players where it's like you can see the tools there, but it's also like, is he kind of polished because he was in college a little bit longer? Like he might be where he's at. You know what I'm saying?
How long was he in college?
It's a weird thing with him. I thought he was there. I thought he was there 3, right?
I think, dude, I think Hunter came out
because Hunter was like 20 something. Did he?
I thought they won the Natty his freshman year, but I may be wrong.
He's 24. He's 24.
Oh, he's 24. See, okay, I was thinking he was 22.
Yeah, Reddish. So him and Reddish were in the same draft, right? They got him and Reddish together, right? Yeah. I feel like he did at least 2 years. Yeah, because he made the all freshman team in 2019 and then was player of the year in 2019. In 28, he made all freshman team in 2018 and then player of the year in 2019.
Yeah. All right. I think he
first somebody see in 2019. I mean, yeah. He's not fully finished. I don't know. I thought he was there at least 3 years because it was Virginia, so I assume everybody there 4 years at all times.
That's understandable. That's very understandable.
Yeah. So I mean, he does have some room. Yeah, he has some room for sure.
Yeah. Well,
do you think you guys should have given Cam Reddish more of a chance?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I do. I don't understand the whole Cam Reddish.
I was wondering.
That's another Nate McMillan.
Why'd you send him to the Knicks? Thibodeau don't even like young people.
Yeah.
I feel like
I don't know
that's
why.
why I feel bad for Cam because I feel like they got Cam. Hey, we got Cam Reddish. You like to do what?
Bro, like
Like you gonna play him?
Cam
Thibodeau's
was
like
a
playing where?
spaz,
Like
but
on the
also
court?
Cam was like a flash, like in the pan. And not in
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm saying like, yeah, he could be a microwave in a game, like come in and just drop
Right. I know exactly what you
blink of
mean.
an eye. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and that's been his profile since high school. They were like, "Yo, Cam, we want the sides.
Yeah.
He can just do whatever he wants." You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's kind of the player he is. It's just about will you put it together mentally, and I just feel like they should have stuck with that a little more.
Yeah.
But that's why
And a
I
lot of
believe in
people,
house development. I told you, I believe in the development of young talent for sure. They showed me they can do that.
yeah.
It's
I
just
mean,
about
and we have I think I'm getting the name right, Jalen Johnson. And
yeah,
we got Sharif
yeah,
Cooper too. Like those are two young dudes like who are gonna be good
right,
for us. So yeah.
for sure.
So
Yeah,
but I
it
don't
should
think we're
be.
stepping. I
Yeah,
mean, it doesn't look like we're moving away from Nate. It looks like we're keeping him. So
yeah. I'm not mad at it. I just think you gotta get an offensive minded coach in there with him to help him out some. You know,
yeah. Yeah.
it's like I think that's kind of what they need to do to help him out some. Because Nate, like I said, Nate's not gonna do offense. He's never done offense. It's not his thing.
Yeah.
It's not his thing at all.
Mm-mm.
Great coach, but that playoff resume is disgusting. It is sick.
Yeah.
It is sick work.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now let's move on to another. Let's get all these funerals out the way, huh? Can we go to Minnesota?
Can I propose a different
Yeah,
segue or transition?
absolutely.
If we want to talk about playoff resumes, I know somebody who wants to talk about playoff resumes.
Ooh, yeah, let's. Yo, Doc is over it, bro. Doc is over the criticism. Doc has had enough of the criticism. Doc slandered the whole Orlando team for no reason.
Bro, he just when I
took
saw
them
that,
out.
I went, "Oh my god, he did it!"
I've never heard a coach go, "Look at that roster. Look at that roster." So like I did a good job.
I honestly respect that a little bit. Yeah,
I did too. You threw a lot of players under the bus. You threw so many players under the bus right then. Like T Mac out here, like who you talking about, bro? Who you talking to right now?
Yeah.
If y'all don't know, Doc Rivers got called out if y'all don't know, as the what's the team called? The Philadelphia 76ers were blowing their series to the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah.
And people bringing up all Doc's playoff failures. He was like, I wish y'all would tell the whole truth. Tell the whole story. I'll talk about that 3-1 thing. The Orlando team blew a 3-1 lead. Look at that roster I had. Look at that team. It sounds like it should have been did a heck of a job by me. So it sounds like to me. Really look at that roster. I'm like, yo, what? What's funny is that's actually when I really don't hold against it for the simple fact that you were an 8 seed against the 1. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. You have to downplay the roster. I would have been okay with you with that. Also, the Pistons didn't win the championship that year, by the way. That he tried to say they won the championship.
Yeah. A lot of people they were real quick to address
that. That didn't happen. Yeah, they won. I forgot they won that next. Yeah, it was that next year, but it was bad funny. But
it was like Rasheed.
Yeah, I'm like,
I wasn't there yet.
Yeah. Like, yo, Doc just flamed the whole roster. Then the Clippers thing. I mean, okay, you didn't have Chris Paul for the first 2 games. You were still up 3-1.
Yeah, I know.
So I don't know what your point is. Yeah, I don't know what your point is. That didn't help your case. That didn't help your case.
Yeah.
The bubble thing. I mean, if he was blaming players, should have said with the bubble thing, Paul George inside the backboard. What do you want me to do? That's what he should have said. While he was in the middle of taking players out. He should have said that. And I'd be like, you know what, Doc? I might be on your side, bro.
That's funny.
my $100 million player inside of the backboard.
Yeah.
in the fourth quarter. What you want me to do? I don't know. I don't know why that's my fault.
I'm honestly surprised he didn't just go ahead and throw Ben under the bus for the last one. I mean,
truthfully, he did take the blame. He already threw one to us last year. He took the blame this time.
Yeah.
This is the wrong time. This is the wrong time to take the blame. You should took the blame for that. You should have did that last year. You doing it now. You just taking the blame.
I bet Doc was ready to throw Ben under there, but he caught himself real quick. He was like, "Oh wait," he was like, "I haven't taken the blame yet. I guess I got to take the blame on this one."
I got to pick a series. To be responsible for. It'll be that one.
But we all know who's to blame on that.
Exactly. Like you should have done. My 6'10" point guard wouldn't dunk on Trae Young. I don't know what you want me to. Hey.
Yeah.
None of this is my fault. Now, Doc's deflection skills are crazy.
Yeah.
Doc's deflection skills are really wild. I know. I can just tell his wife hates him when they argue. I can just tell she is over it.
Bro, I really do want. I do want Doc in LA with the Lakers. I mean,
Bro, just
you know,
we might as well.
You know,
it's already a train wreck. Like, why not at this point?
Don't fix anything, just throw Doc Rivers in.
Please give me the Doc Rivers and Russell Westbrook experience. Lord, give me the Doc Rivers and Russell Westbrook experience. Good God. Just give me that energy.
I mean, I want the Doc LeBron experience because LeBron has expressed before he wants Doc. So I mean, he finally gets a coach that he wants, and then we'll see like how happy he is with that.
Yo, you ever think about much better things could have been if Lex Lewis gave Ty Lue a 4th year?
Oh yeah.
Just dumb.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't saying they would have won a championship every year, but we seen Ty Lue work some magic, like some real magic.
Yeah.
You're like, you want 4 years?
Yeah.
Do
you think Ty Lue's motivation every day, like when he wakes up, does he see like AI's crotch? Is that the first thing he sees every morning?
It'd be the first thing I saw every morning. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, it would too.
I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't even be friends with it. Like him and AI are like friends. I don't even think I could be friends with you if you do that to me. On like in the finals, bro. That is the people don't. There are no other highlights from that series that the Lakers won in 5 games. The only highlight is you getting stepped over. Have you ever seen a Shaq dunk in that series? Have you ever seen like a clip of a Shaq dunk? No, I've never seen it.
I've never seen anything. Was in there. I was about to make the comment that, I mean, are there even really highlights in mid 2000s, early 2000s basketball? But yeah, you got Shaq dunks, so I guess there are highlights.
Yo, have you ever like gone back to try and watch like a mid 2000s basketball game?
Dude, it's not good, bro.
And it's the worst era of basketball. I'm not saying it's the worst era of basketball we've had.
It's sad.
It's so nasty.
What was that era of basketball? I think
back down, dribble, hook shot.
I think that's when like size when size came onto the NBA. So it wasn't you don't have to be skilled, just be big.
It was like Duncan and Shaq going back and forth every year.
Yeah.
It was like those slow Spurs teams and the Lakers.
Just think Paul Pierce was dominating basketball at one point. Paul Pierce.
Yo. Paul Pierce got one move. Like
and
Paul Pierce got that one step back. And it's smooth. It's so smooth.
It is.
But it's like, I'm good. Yeah. That's a nasty era of basketball, bro.
Yeah.
Like these final scores, bro, in the NBA finals, the final score to the series winner for the Spurs in 2003 was 88-77.
Disgusting.
It's so nasty, bro. Like, I was even trying to watch the old Lakers, bro. I was like, let me watch the old Lakers finals and see if there was something here. And I was watching, I'm like, oh, this is just bad.
I don't want to take anything away from this team because I may not love them as much as you do, but I do. It was one of the first years I really got into the NBA. So I do love this team, the Detroit Pistons, the one team that we like to hail that they didn't have a superstar in one of the NBA finals.
Yes.
But if we go back and look at a lot of those rosters in the playoffs, it's not hard to see why they won the NBA finals. I mean, it's like, you got past Kobe.
That's their claim to fame. And like, that team is held up so highly because I guess they were always consistent as being really good in the East. Right after that, like they made the finals next year and lost to the Spurs in 7. But it's like, that team didn't accomplish a lot.
And
that team didn't accomplish a lot, bro. It really didn't.
It didn't. And what's crazy is too is we hail their defense, but honestly, like they had some of the best offensive players in the game at that time. Dude,
Rasheed,
Prince was nasty from the corner. Rip Hamilton was good. Like he was a great outside shooter.
Right.
I mean, Ben Wallace could muscle anybody down, really. So
I mean, the window could have made sense if they would draft Carmelo Anthony instead of Petrovic. But
am I weird?
Look what they did.
You know what kind of just popped in my head? This kind of
what's
random. That? Would it be weird for me to say was Rasheed Wallace ahead of his time?
Yes, he was, bro.
Because he could knock down a mid-range and an occasional 3, bro.
Yes, as a big, he was definitely ahead of his time,
dude,
bro.
How great would it be if Rasheed Wallace was playing today, bro? To have the Rasheed Wallace like going at it with Draymond Green. Oh my god,
bro! I was just about to say. Do you know what's so crazy? Rasheed would have been perfect in Portland now.
Oh,
that's what they've needed for so long. That's exactly what they need.
Dude,
Rasheed and Draymond in the playoffs.
Dame
with Dame
already perfected, or I don't know who cloned the sheet, bro. We need to call them up, see if let's just attempt it, bro. Why not? Let's see if we can
might as well
the clone.
Yeah, might as well,
Wallace and throw him on the Blazers. I mean,
I don't know if he still is. You know, Rasheed was like a high school coach. I don't know if he still is now, but he was a high school coach for a minute.
No, dude, how great would that be to have Rasheed Wallace?
I would love coach. I would love to play for Rasheed Wallace. I feel like Rasheed's good. I feel like Rasheed's perfect, and I feel like he's perfect for that level too. I think he's seen so much and been through so much. He's perfect for those type that level of player, bro.
I bet him going at the refs is great too.
Oh, you know it is.
Oh yeah,
you know it is. Yeah, my favorite Rasheed tech is when he stared at the ref that one time. You seen the highlight?
No, I don't think
he
was
just stared.
Wait,
he was literally just staring at the ref.
I just googled a picture of him just because I just wanted to see Rasheed Wallace's face. Is this it?
No, he was in Portland at the time. Yeah, he helped. He had the ball. Yeah, he stared at the ref. I forgot who it was, but the ref literally goes. The ref literally goes whack. He's out of here. and one of the dudes Portland's coming up like, yo, what happened? What happened? He's like, I want to hear it. He's like, yo, talk to me. He's like, and the dude's like, please just talk to me. What happened? He's like, he's not gonna stare at me like that. He's not. And dude's like, what you mean? He's like, not gonna look at me like that. He's just not gonna do it. Told him to stop.
No, those are terrible, but those are also great. I do love. Sometimes I love the occasional ridiculous tech throw them out because I just love the banter and
yo, what was the bald dude that liked to show off all the time? That hated Tim Duncan. Gosh, what was his name? You know what I'm talking about? The bald referee that was really crazy. I can't think of his name. But when he ejected Tim Duncan from the bench because he was laughing. And Tim Duncan's eyes turned into
yeah.
Tim Duncan's eyes were like,
I remember that.
Are you? Duncan was really sitting there laughing, and he's like, "Are you serious? I will kill you.
Yeah,
I will end you. Who? Excuse me? Like, yo, that dude. A good ejection, man. I miss a good ejection is fun. I'm sorry, dude, I love a good ejection.
It is great.
Speaking of ejections, Draymond yesterday.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about that? Because I was cool with him getting ejected because I'm like, why are you pulling him down like that, Draymond? That's like, what are you doing?
So the first angle they were showing initially, it was like, oh yeah, that's BS. And then they got Steve Javie on the line, and he's like, I love that too. When they get anytime the NFL or these refs or NBA ref comes in, they're giving their input, and they do the exact opposite of what the TV ref is saying.
I love that too.
That is so great. Yeah,
because I'm really the ref always says that, huh?
Well, I'm waiting for the TV ref to backtrack, but actually half the time or more than half the time, they're pretty good at not backtracking.
I feel like early on they were really scared of going against the refs, and it was really annoying. But I feel like now they're a little more like, no, I don't think that was. I don't know if I would do that. Yeah.
Well, I don't think they can get punished by they're out of the ref union, aren't they?
Exactly.
Exactly. But anyways, when they showed the second angle after they called it or whatever, the slap in the face looked pretty intentional. So when I saw that, I was like, yeah, you can throw him out because that looked pretty.
Right.
That was not a play at the ball, and he kind of looked at him right in the face before he did it.
Right. Yeah. It was so weird. I'm like, Joey Crawford, that's the referee. It was Joey Crawford.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
Yeah. I saw it because I didn't see it live because I was kind of in and out on that game. Yeah, I worked Saturday night and I was up all day Sunday, so it was not. At a certain point, it was over for me. I had one game in me. It was and Buck Celtics had to be first, so you know what I'm saying. A choice had to be made. But I just saw the clip and I didn't watch it when he sounded. I saw the clip and I'm like, yeah, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I get what he's ejected. Totally get it. You know. And then the day I'm found out, people were like, oh, I don't know if he should have been like, wait, am I bugging? But Charles Barkley told him tonight. He was like, you really just basically got two flagrant ones. Because you slapped him in the face and then pulled his jersey. Yeah. And Draymond was like, and Draymond was like, well, it's called two flagrant ones and eject me. Don't give me a flagrant two.
We got a flagrant one plus a flagrant one, which equals a flagrant two.
Yeah, because two flagrant ones is an ejection anyway. Yeah. So just put them together, get him out of here. I think the fact that Draymond legitimately did an emergency podcast about it was the funniest thing.
Oh yeah, that's the best.
Because everyone predicted he was going to do that, and he straight up did it. I was probably gonna do it in the locker room while he was waiting for them to get done with the game.
He should. Yeah, that would have been great if he did.
He should have. Right. How'd you feel about his right? How'd you feel his Antonio Brown exit off the court? I thought it was a lot, and for no reason.
Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah, and when they were showing him slow mo as they were about to go to commercial break, and it just showed his hands doing this, I was like, "That's not a good look." He just looked ridiculous.
Looks dumb, bro. Like you've been in the league too long for this to be cool. It was like it's not even like
sometimes
this wasn't even
sometimes
that big. It wasn't even like a good ejection, right? Yeah, it wasn't even like a. I could see if it was like a fight ejection. Like you gotta take it from just being extra.
Yeah,
you being extra, and then you top it off with more extra. Like, come on, bro.
You know what would have been?
But I what's that?
As soon as the game was over, if Draymond just was somewhere posted up with Kanye and AB, that had some cryptic caption.
the pivot podcast. The pivot, Draymond, AB, and Kanye.
What a conversation, bro.
Oh, I'm terrified. I'd be terrified of that. I don't know how Ron Carter would control that conversation. I have no idea how Ron Carter would even control that conversation. Because Channing Crowder would say something crazy, for sure. Shout out Channing Crowder for trying to go at Russell Wilson getting drugged by the internet. Like, wow, how'd you do that?
Wait, what? What happened?
Bad. Channing Crowder called Russell Wilson the square, and then somebody talked about him peeing on himself every game. Someone pulled a clip of him saying he used to pee on himself before games, like the same day, and it was like, Channing.
They quick with it. They quick.
They are, bro. These days, whatever you say, somebody's waiting. It's like somebody's waiting for you to say something crazy. They can pull it up on you at this point. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's the FBI at this point. I feel like the FBI.
It's got to be.
Got a whole.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
It has to be. Yeah. Who were we talking about before that? I forgot. How we get here?
I know. So it got from Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers. Because
I want
to say one more thing.
Go ahead. Yes.
Led us into it was how sensitive Doc Rivers got over the
yes, he did.
His playoff record.
He was hot.
That caused the Joel Embiid injury, correct? Do you feel like Doc,
it kind of did?
It's ego / has the right to be scared because you want to make sure you got to make sure until the fat
right.
You feel like because you're not going to let this happen.
You're right, but you see, y'all said that wasn't his fault either. Sorry, he said it wasn't his fault either. You good? You see, that wasn't his fault either.
Doc said that.
Yes, he didn't take criticism of that either. Like, it's not my fault. Yeah. He was trying to do the other coaches do the same thing. It's like, yeah, and if Steph gets hurt when they're up 25 and he rolls an ankle, we're killing Steve Kerr too, Doc.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
bro,
your man, you got your man's face broke.
Different sport, but I curse Nick Saban out, or I'll turn my back on Nick Saban
and I can vouch for that
24 hours because of Tua.
Listen, you cussed Nick Saban out for summer workouts when he got Dylan Moses injured before the season started.
Oh, I did do that too. I got hot.
You go hard at Nick.
Yeah,
you don't cut Nick slack for that. And you're not wrong. You're right. Like you can't burn. You got to protect your players at some point. You have to. You know what I'm saying?
But I do want to go on the record and say I think now partially the fault of that is our boy. I love him. I miss him. Good personality, but whoever our strength coach was before. Scott.
Oh, dude, that one is you got a check from Georgia? Yeah, he got got Georgia check. Yeah.
No, that fourth quarter program was a little too much, and then we got a actual doctor in there, and now injuries have gone down.
Shocking, crazy how that works.
Exactly.
But yeah, it is. Yeah, Doc was like, I can't do it. I can't blow it again. We got to secure it. I do think it played into it. It did play into it for sure. No, he had to protect it. He's paranoid. He was paranoid. He was paranoid. Now, someone suggested, I was to the Athletic yesterday. Someone suggested they should go down. Jay King. It was Jay King suggested they should go down 3-1 in the series just to exercise the demons. Try to exercise the demons.
They should.
Just go down 3-1, get Embiid back, and just try and exercise those demons, man. Exactly. Like, you know what?
They're not gonna have.
I'm not mad at it.
They're not gonna have a choice.